27 in your textbook says, let's read it. I'll do a bunch of them. Let's do 27 and 29. Ready? Shh. Here we go. 27 says that we could use the indir or inderive and identify the derivative by looking at the graph. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to do the inderive. So I turn on my calculator and I'm going to hit second catalog, and then I think it's log gets you to the ends. And I'm going to plug in negative cosine of x, and then I got to tell my calculator to evaluate x at, does it tell us what number to evaluate it at?
73.
Why is my indirect?
Approximately.
Oh, wait, it says in exercises 27 through 30, use ender to graph the derivative of the function if possible. Identify the derivative of the function. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing. So the first thing we need to do is look at this. Oops. All right, so here's what we need to do is we're going to try to graph the derivative based on certain x values. So the derivative of cosine of x. So let's write this down. I'll show you how to do this real quick. If we have y is equal to negative cosine of x, okay, then what they really want us to do is graph y prime. That's what they're really saying. I want you guys to graph y prime. All right, so to graph y prime, we're gonna try to guess what y prime, because really that's not an easy thing. This is difficult to do, to plug in to your calculator and try to figure out what the derivative is. So what I want to do is I want to make a table of values for x and y prime and then look at those values and see what we get. So I'm going to plug in 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. 4. But you know what? Since we're dealing with sine, maybe I'll do like x and y prime. Maybe I'll do something like 0, pi over 4, pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, and maybe 2 pi. And see what my y prime values are. So right now when x equals 0, so this gives me the derivative, so that's what I get as 0. So now if you hit second entry, I'm just going to come in here and change 0 to pi over 4.
You don't have to put that inside parentheses.
Yeah, you got to put it inside the parentheses. And I get 0.707. So I'm going to say 0.07, whoops, 0.707. All right, so now for the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit second entry, and I'm going to change my 4 to a 2. And I'm going to say that's 1, because that's pretty darn close to 1. And then I'm going to hit second enter, or entry, and I'm going to change that to insert 3, pi over 2, hit enter. That one looked like negative 1. And now I'm going to do this again, second entry, but I'm going to plug in 2 pi. So I'm just going to say 2 pi, and then delete this, and delete this, and delete this. Yeah, I can fix that though. And I get 0. Let's do one more. Let's do like 3 pi over 4. Okay? Just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it.
0.707?
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to graph this, okay? So let's go in here and we'll say y, or we'll go edit, list, and I'm going to do 0, 1, oh wait, 0 pi over 4. Oh man, this is going to be hard to do.
You're incredibly wrong.
Pi divided by 4.
Pi over 2.
Pi over 2.
Good one.
And then we say 3 times pi divided by 2.
You can't just type it in 3 pi over 2.
You could, but I like to do it that way. Then we're going to say 2 pi,
You can say 3 pi over 4 because we did it just
and then 3. All right, we'll do it your way because you guys are whining. 3 pi over 4. All right, now we're going to come up to the top here, and we've got 0.7071, negative 1,
What?
I got kicked out there. Negative 1. Oh, wrong negative sign, that's why. Negative 1. Then we have 0, and then we have, is it 0.707 or negative 0.7?
It's 0.7, according to Amy.
All right, well, we'll see.
Said
She might be right. So now we're going to graph this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this out, and then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to turn on plots, and then I'm going to hit zoom stats. Now what does that look like to you guys?
Looks like a cosine
Looks like a
function.
map to find the treasure.
Cosine function.
It's not a cosine function, you're close.
Secant function.
The graph looks like this. Now what function is that?
Sine.
Sine. So if I were to guess, now how could I double check?
Graph sine of x.
Graph sine of x. Let's see if it goes through all my points.
Bet you will. Bam.
So what we just figured out is that y prime is equal to sine of x.
So we need to take this.
Well, bam with the bacon.